Hello everyone, it's Adam Ferns here, bringing you with a new video, and this is Battle of the Beasts episode 45. God, yeah, Battle of the Beasts episode 45, and this one will be having two beasts that are water beasts, that beast and other water beasts in battles, and these beasts that we'll be fighting today are Narga the sea monster and Balisk the water snake. These two beasts are both really high my like spectrum. Narga is higher, and this one is going to be a tough one to decide because even though I like Narga more, I think Balisk has a higher chance in winning. So we'll just see where the battle takes us. But firstly, a few brief facts about these beasts. We'll find out which one's larger first. See, is the height advantage. That doesn't necessarily mean they'll win. Check out the last battle for confirmation. So Balisk is the size of 333, and Narga, when I figure out how to spell, well, my alphabet anyway. There we are. Is the size of 310, so just barely Balisk is larger, just barely. And the fights that are in for round 1, Narga was in episode 3 where he destroyed Spikefin, and Balisk was in episode 25 where he killed Solak. So one killed a merman, one killed a shark. Which one's more impressive? I don't know. Yeah, but that's basically all the facts I have for them here. I just pull. Let's put that there. That's something I need to get to later. And if you haven't checked out the Vesta series, I highly recommend you do, because well, we're on episode 44. There have been 43. No, we're on episode 45. There have been 44 other battles which have shown the deaths of so many famous beasts. Spikefin, Vespic, Amictus, Doomskull. I'm not going to say any more because spoilers. But yeah, if you haven't checked out the rest of the series, I recommend you do, because it's I actually have fun making this, and to know people like this, it will be like motivation for me to keep going, because as of now, I'm just doing this to get it over with because I need the leg room underneath my desk. I got a fair amount done though. Anyway, let's get right into this, and the arena here will obviously be an ocean arena. There's not really much else I can say that could be here. An ocean arena, filling halfway of the combat arena, and I guess just to help Narga a bit, there could be some empty ships there to help them a bit, just so they could sink them and hit the other beast with it by sinking it onto them. But yeah, so let's get into this. Narga versus Balisk. As the beasts exit from their chambers, the water that was in their chamber just stays where it is because it can't go out, it can't go in. And they exit their chambers to be greeted with an entire ocean landscape with seaweed and coral at the bottom of and at the top, silhouettes or the underside of boats at the top. They instantly see each other, and Balisk charges straight towards Narga, swimming in the spiral formation to confuse Narga. And Balisk goes straight for one of Narga's heads. All the heads dodge, 3 on one side, 3 on the other. Lets Balisk go right in between Narga, and they bite down on the back of Balisk, causing Balisk to roar in pain, and he uses his tail to just whip at Narga's head, and uses his head to snap back to make Narga coil back. And Balisk swims up to the top of the arena, I guess. Jumps out, lands on top of a boat, and just pulls it down, breaking it in half. And Balisk suddenly just comes off whilst the boat's sinking down. Narga's big fat body, but swift legs are just barely able to move out of the way of the impact of the ship. One of Narga's heads snaps a bit of the ship off and just lobs it straight at Balisk, and it's like a plank, I guess, with a sharp point to it. Balisk doesn't see it coming, and it goes right into Balisk's side. Balisk roars in pain and charges straight towards Narga again. This time predicting that the heads will move to the side, Balisk moves his head to the side as well and snaps at one of Narga's heads, breaking it clean off. Whilst the two heads that are between that head just gets their necks slit by Balisk's sharp bone-like fins on the side of its neck. These things, yeah. Whilst two of the necks are bleeding out and one is absolutely gone, only half a Narga remains. And what they do is they jump up. The remaining Narga heads control the body to jump up and sink a ship below, but this time not taking it with them, no. Balisk swims straight towards them again. Nargas stay where they are, pretending they're about to move to the side, but they don't. Instead, they move to the opposite side to avoid the bone fins. And that happens. Narga is able to get out of the way for a ship to land straight on top of Balisk, leaving a big cloud of dust surrounding the area which the ship landed. Narga thinks for a moment that maybe he's won again another battle. And Balisk suddenly bursts straight out of the ship and wraps his tail round the mast of the ship, snapping off any side bits and lobbing it straight at Narga. It didn't hit Narga's head, which Narga thought it was going for, but instead impaled Narga's body, pinning Narga straight to the ground. Narga lets out a roar of pain with its remaining heads, and just turns around to see Balisk charging straight towards them, going from the side, and just snap shut his jaws on two other heads, leaving one head remaining. And Narga, wanting to use a bit of uniqueness instead of killing Narga the same way he did with Solak, opens his mouth and wraps his tongue around Narga's mouth. Now, this is probably a bit random, but I'm honestly running out of ideas. Wraps his tongue around Narga's mouth so he can't bite back. And then just shuts his jaws around Narga's head, but doesn't slam shut where it would kill. Just impales the teeth into Narga's last head. And Balisk wraps his tail around the rest of Narga's neck and just pulls with all his might, just to break Narga at one point, like what Narga did to Spikefin. So a good bit of revenge that Balisk is getting. Vengeance for Spikefin anyway. And so basically it's a lottery. Which part of the Narga will break first? The head or the neck? The head or the bottom of the neck? And the part that breaks first is the neck. So Balisk reels back, dropping the neck of Narga and the extra head, and Narga just swims up and swallows it in one big gulp. The Narga heads which had their throats slit has already crumbled to the ground, and the body which was like I said in the Spike Ring battle, I'm picturing a big fat body there. The feet just give way, and there's just a big cloud of dust everywhere, showing that Narga has died. Now, don't get me wrong, it kills me to just kill off one of my favourite beasts, but if I see no way in them winning, I have to. So Narga's lost this battle, and Balisk the water snake proceeds on to the next round. If you think the battle should have gone a different way, please leave in the comments below how you think Narga should have won. But the way that fight went is probably the best that Narga would get, in my opinion. What else about them? Yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about them. That is all for this time. If you liked what you saw or heard, leave a like and comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Press on the notification bell down in the corner below. Join me for the next beast battle, being Tremor the Earth Lord versus Kajin the Beast Catcher. And if Kajin fails to kill Tremor, we have only one Lightning Beast remaining. But we only have one beast from Series 6 remaining as well, and that's Komodo, who's his opponent. And I'll see you next time.